This is week 3's bonus lesson. We're talking about gathering data. Today you're going to distinguish between primary and second data, formulate good survey questions, and formulate questions requiring secondary data. Let's get into it. In this unit, we're going to ask questions, collect answers, and display our answers in graphs. All the questions we ask will have answers that use numbers or data. To answer our questions, we'll CAB using a survey, make observations, or take measurements. Here are some sample questions we might ask. Survey: what are your favorite books in your class? How many students in our class bike to school? Observation: how many students bike to school today? Measurement: how much did it rain this week? Something we can easily measure. Would you use a survey, observation, or measurement to answer these questions? Who is the tallest student in the class? Well, you could ask them this. You could observe this. But to find the actual answer, you're going to need to measure it. Go ahead and complete the rest. What's the difference between first-hand data and second-hand data? First-hand data is data you collect by yourself, measuring, conducting an experiment, or a survey. Second-hand data is data collected by someone else in books, magazines, the internet, or commercials. Would you use primary or secondary data to answer the questions? What is the most popular movie in your class? Well, you'd have to ask your classmates this. That means you're doing the work, so it's going to be primary. What was the most popular movie of all time? We can't ask the class this. They're not going to know. We're going to have to use secondary data to solve this question. Go ahead and complete the rest. Have you ever taken a survey in person, online, or over the phone? How did it work? I've taken a couple surveys over the phone, and they ask me questions, providing me with several responses, and I pick one of them, kind of like a multiple choice. A lot of thought goes into both the questions and the answers. It's important to make sure the people in your survey can answer the question. Do you think most people would know the answer to this question? What color is your hair? Absolutely. Most people would know that. Who's the Prime Minister in 1930? A harder question. Some people might know that. We know Mr. Grundy loves history. He may know that answer, but most of us don't. Go ahead and complete this page. Will the question receive one answer or multiple answers from each person? What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Well, when it comes to favorites, usually people have a favorite, but sometimes it's a little tricky. What flavor of ice creams do you like? Well, sometimes you might only like one flavor of ice cream. Most people have a couple flavors of ice cream they like. Go ahead and complete the rest. What is your favorite flavor ice cream? For me, strawberry all the way. It's helpful to predict the most popular answers before conducting your survey. Why? Could we have predicted the 3 most popular ice cream flavors? Perhaps. Vanilla's got to be a classic, chocolate, maybe strawberries, maybe Neapolitan, a mixture. Something like that we could have predicted to be the most popular flavors. Predict the most popular answers for the following survey questions. What is your favorite color? Okay, what are the most popular colors people love? I'm thinking maybe green, maybe red, maybe primary colors, a yellow, purple or pink. Those are the kind of colors I'm thinking about. What's your favorite animal? Well, a lot of people love house pets, so I would think of cat and dog. Maybe there's some other things like fish. Write down the ones you think people will respond the most to. Sometimes you need to add other as a choice to make sure that everyone can answer the survey. Which of these questions need other as a choice? What is your favorite food group? Vegetables, meats, milk, or grain products? Well, when it comes to food, they tend to be classified in these 4 groups. It's hard to have an other for this, unless we're talking about perhaps candy, which isn't in a food group. What is your favorite food? Soup, spaghetti, tacos, and salad? Well, absolutely we need an other, because my favorite food is sandwiches, and it's not on that list. Does the question require an other category? Why? What is your favorite day of the week? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What do you think? Do we need another? What's your favorite day? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Go ahead and complete the rest. So far, we've asked questions about what class likes best. These questions can be answered by doing a survey of the class. But lots of questions can't be answered this way. For instance, sometimes we have no way to the people we want answers from. The question isn't about individual people. These kinds of questions must be answered using secondary data. You need to look up the answers by someone else's work. Have you ever looked up the answers to a question? One of the questions earlier, who was the Prime Minister in 1930? That was during the Dirty 30s. I might have to use the internet to find the answer to that. Let's pick a question and discuss where we could find answers using secondary data. Use a computer to answer the question, what's the average rainfall for this day or this year where you live? Now, using a computer, you would have to search average rainfall for Edmonton. You could say this year, you could say this day, using Google. Very helpful. You can go ahead and try the extensions at home. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know.